super weird. Is it just because
I don't know.
my voice is like...
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Get
Is
closer
it just
to
more
that.
buzzy?
No, I don't think it's more
Okay.
buzzy. I just think it's because like it registers the input volume for yours as really high, but they're recording at the same decibel level.
That's really weird.
So that's what I should do from now on, is not like use the sliders to adjust.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
hey, we're frickin' back.
After 2 months.
A
No,
hiatus of 2 months.
more than that, because you never posted episode
More than that.
3.
I'm uploading episode 3 actually while we squeak.
Wait, wasn't that the one that where we like said bad things and we're supposed to take those things out? Okay. Well. Okay. We have. Why do we have so much AM? We have too much AMD news. It's okay.
Just go through everything. Hey boys. How you doing? We've been gone for a long time. My hockey season and my brother's hockey season, which I coached, have since ended. Lewis is here on a Sunday. I will actually be... Kelsey and I are going to be recording Big Nose Bitches on Wednesday, I think. Or sometime. We're going to be recording a podcast called Big Nose Bitches. And after this episode, you guys will most likely be able to find us actually on iTunes, which is sick. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really freaking pumped about that, and I don't have any water to drink at all. No, yeah, yes.
Okay. So first topic is that AMD exits the microserver business and ends the C Micro brand.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yep. So AMD's Q1 earnings announcement where it was just released, and then they also announced that oh my god, Ryan Smith doesn't know how to use their.
That's really unfortunate. Wait,
They are existing the dense.
he writes for Anantech?
Anantech, yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Shut up. I don't go there. I just browse dank memes on Reddit for a freaking living.
Watch anime. So they initially acquired C Micro back in 2012 for $334 million. And like they were trying to become a more diversified company, and so like part of the roadmap for C Micro is to deliver these server designs that would either use AMD pile driver Opterons or Intel Ivy Bridge Xeons, but they only released one design, and that was like the last design. So like they never did anything since 2012, and so going to today, they just kind of they decided that the quote C Micro business no longer never mind. It's they want to quote sharpen and simplify what the company is invested in. So AMD's first ARM processors were supposed to ship this year, the Opteron A1100, which would have been actually good. It would have like been good for like the C Micro servers, but sorry, the A1100 seems to be behind schedule, so yeah, they haven't really done much. They haven't brought anything to market beyond like last year's development kit. So so they're exiting the dense. It's called the dense. What is a dense server?
I don't know what a dense is. It all caps? Dense server. Is it like?
Oh, it's just like a server that's like saturated with like lots of memory.
That really?
Yeah.
That's it. Oh.
I guess.
There's a lot of people that make servers like that then. So I can kind of understand why they... Okay. I feel that.
Oh,
maybe a smart business choice by AMD.
This is an update from AMD's CFO. So at the corporate level, we continue aligning larger portions of our R&D investments to take advantage of long-term growth opportunities across our ESC segment. As we prioritize our R&D investments and simplify our business, we made the decision in the first quarter to exit the dense server systems business as we increase investment in our server processor development. Okay. So I guess they're going the way of like instead of doing the whole system really well, they just want to do one part of the system really well, which I suppose is a good way of cutting the fat.
That's not bad. That's okay. I can understand AMD doing that pretty much any day.
I think the WAN show said that they took like it says they took $180 million net loss.
Oh. Well, I mean, it is kind of a. Okay. Anyway.
All right. Next topic is also AMD.
Is the next one AMD too?
Yeah. So they're talking about the release of their ARM CPU cores. So the company's planning a 2-year upgrade cycle for the APU processing units in its GPUs, with a performance target by 2019 of multiple teraflops for HPC target application. Oh yeah, we're looking at what is this? The register.co.uk article. The Register. I don't know.
That's like one of that is a big newspaper, I think. Wait.
Oh.
Nope.
Whoa.
Am I right? Am I wrong? Nope, I am wrong.
Biting the hand that feeds IT. Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So by 2017, the company wants to be able to ship 200 to the 300 watt thermal design to power home HPC. What's HPC?
I don't.
HPC
No.
GPU with high bandwidth memory. It's supposed to be 9 times faster than GDR5.
Really? Wow.
And 128 times faster than DDR3.
DDR3.
Wow.
That's like really fast. When? 2019? 2017?
That's 2017.
No, 2017. So that's 2 years to do that. Good luck, boys.
Good luck, have fun. So they're moving towards its Skybridge strategy, which is oddly similar to Skylake from Intel. They announced that in April 2014, in which the ARM and x86 oh wow.
What?
So in which like the ARM based and x86 based processors, the socket will be compatible.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the
that's
motherboard
really-
makers only need to work up
that's
to
really-
one single
That's
design.
really smart, I think.
But it's gonna be super challenging.
Still smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that's kind of necessary almost.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Next topic.
We're sliding, boys. That
Um.
wasn't lightning, was it?
Oh, now we're talking about the Zen x86 APU. So Okay. So okay, what do you think about the Zen being an APU? First of all,
I don't know.
I'm not really sure about APUs. I mean, okay, so let's see.
I think it's nice, like, to have an idea that integrates central processing and graphics processing. But right now, I don't think honestly, I don't think it is viable to have high-end graphics processing and really good, like, serial processing in one singular chip. Not because it doesn't work, just because the like, what I mean is that it probably makes more sense in the long run to have two separate chips so that you can upgrade accordingly. Like, you're probably going to have to upgrade your GPU before you upgrade your processor.
Yeah.
So
With the way things are going.
yeah, right now. So once they kind of balance out, if they do, then an APU is, one, going to become really viable, two, going to become popular. So I think maybe just waiting it out a tad is going to make a lot more sense. And AMD, I don't think is really pushing the APU really hard, but
or they've been trying to, but
they've been trying to.
They haven't done it like they've done it in a really poorly. Like they haven't like done a bunch of advertising and
so
stuff.
yeah, that's what I mean. So when they
heck, I see advertisements for Intel onboard graphics. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see any advertisements for AMD. So, so I guess the main idea is that it will be able to use. Wait, okay? So it says here up to 16 gigabytes of high bandwidth memory.
Okay.
But like, is that onboard? Is that
16 gigabytes of memory on a processor?
It's for the graphics though. So I mean, the whole philosophy
maybe.
I think that's supposed to be like the GDDR5 for the graphics stuff.
Yeah, but 16 gigabytes is way too much. I think what they mean is that it will actually be able to utilize system RAM to be able to do it.
Okay. But high bandwidth memory is like the stacked memory, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, but then that wouldn't be system RAM then.
Well, think about 16 gigabytes.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but like, I don't know. I mean, like the Sapphire, the Sapphire Vapor X, 290X. It had 8 gigabytes of GDDR5.
Really? Okay, then you might be totally right.
So I mean, because AMD has been pushing high resolution for a while. So okay, so memory it'll support 4-channel DDR4 with like speeds of up to 3200 megahertz.
You can do it, I believe.
Yeah, so then I mean, like again, like the whole philosophy of the APU, like Anthony said, is to share is to have the processor and the graphics to share memory. So that's like the heterogeneous system architecture. Linus Tech Tips has a good video for that. Let's see. Each Zen core gets 512 kilobytes of L2 cache. And each cluster of 4 Zen cores is sharing 8 megabytes of L3 cache.
Cache. Yeah, boy.
So, let's see. So come with PCIe Gen 3 support and SATA Express or SATA. Well, I mean, these are just kind of like rumors. Source this, Fudzilla. Probably should. Yeah. Don't talk about that or
Me?
no?
Oh, yeah. So, I am in the market for a brand new laptop, right? Because
me too.
My MacBook Pro has admittedly served me quite well over the past couple of years, but after I got it in the very, very early stages of 2012, it's going on 4 years old now. So I think it's time for me to upgrade because it gets like hot a lot. It doesn't run stuff that great. I actually can't develop mobile apps for Apple.
Really?
Because
it's so old?
The Xcode tools needed to that you need to use to write in the Swift code language.
Yeah.
You can't run them on anything less than like OS 10.9 or something like that. So you actually need to have either, it's like, I don't remember, but Yosemite is the most popular OS right now. So I've been looking at the XPS 13.1 because Linus reviewed it and said it's really good too. It's pretty nice, and I really like the thin bezel on the edges, which is really attractive to me.
It uses IPS display, which is pretty good.
So, yeah. And I think it looks really nice. It's $800, which is $400 cheaper than my MacBook, and it will be able to run all the programs I need, probably just like TextPad. It'll be able to run brackets at least, plus any IDEs that I need. So and it's gonna be pretty portable because I'm gonna need to take it to my CS classes at the university, and I'm gonna need to take it next year to the university too.
Okay, yeah. I also need so this would be an ideal laptop for me, but the price is a little bit much. So if you guys have any recommendations for
please,
for mid-range laptops, $500 or
That
a
would
little
be
bit more. That'd be
absolutely
super nice.
divine.
Okay, next topic.
Yeah.
We're looking at gamingbolt.com. DirectX 12, the new GPU tech will make high resolution, high frame rate VR possible, and the API is incredibly fast. So, let's see. They had an interview with Patrick O. What? It looks like you. It looks like you mashed up
Lonnie,
Irish and
Olani?
Chinese.
Patrick Olani, I would bet.
Oluanai. No, okay.
Yep.
CEO of N Dreams asked him about how DirectX 12 could possibly help with VR gaming. So let's see.
It is.
Oh, okay. They don't have a lot of info, I guess, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that a lot of the thing about DirectX 12 is that it puts more of the graphics, puts more of the processing onto the graphics card instead of having it done through the CPU.
Oh, okay. That's actually, is that not bad?
That's good because it puts more emphasis on graphics.
Yeah.
I mean, which I'm actually not sure why they haven't done before, because I mean, graphics like already they take up more power in the computer, like, because I mean, like, processors, like even the top processors only have like a TDP of like 190 watts maybe.
Yeah.
And then like or like no less than that, but then like some graphics cards are high, like the R9 is like R9 290X is like 300 already.
So, well, and the thing is like, especially even when you run games that are kind of older, like StarCraft, you can see that like almost half of the effects rely on CPU only.
Yeah.
So it's like shaders and effects like dust and beams and stuff like that. So I feel like shifting it to the graphics card, especially when it's not heavily, like my graphics card has never gone above 60 degrees, ever. Like, I 100% guarantee you, even when running StarCraft, it barely gets above 50. Like, maybe to 55. So...
Wait, well, what graphics card? Yeah, the EVGA, is it just the
650? 650, yep.
Okay. The 650 Ti actually went on sale for like $60. I saw it today.
I should buy 3 of them. And then I'll go try SLI, even though I think my motherboard is not capable of actually doing SLI, so...
Okay, Norway to switch off FM radio in 2017. So, Norway is planning to switch off their FM radio networks beginning in 2017. So, it begins the January 11th.
Oh, that's what it is. Digital radio.
Digital radio?
Well, yeah. Read the first line. It's called digital. Are you questioning what digital radio is? Because I don't.
Oh,
know what that is.
I didn't read properly. Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
When you mentioned the headline to me, like right before we started, I was like, what? They're getting rid of radio? No, they can't just get rid of radio. Like, radio is actually still a really big market for a lot of people.
But video killed the radio star.
Jesus, man. Come on.
So
are we really gonna do this today? Are we gonna be like this today?
Okay, so with so the that? Transition, I don't even know.
I think keep
going. Transitioning to digital audio. So so the first country in the world to decide upon an analog switch off. So
the Buggles.
The Buggles.
Yep, they're called the Buggles. What kind of disgusting name is that?
Whoa. Okay, so Norway began this transition to DAB in 19. What is DAB?
I don't know. I think DAB is
digital audio something, right? I don't know. What's DAB
look it up. Just open a new window over here for research, because for anybody, actually for everybody, considering this is an audio only podcast, we will be doing video in the future.
It's just digital audio broadcasting.
Yeah. So but prior to the show and during the show, so every time we go through a topic, Lewis will close the tab. We had about like 20 tabs open.
We had a lot of tabs.
We had a lot of tabs in one Chrome window. And I have a dual monitor PC here, and Lewis only used one monitor for all of them. That's the noise he makes. To
Oh
justify
well.
it.
Oh well.
Oh well. Luckily, we're recording on my MacBook because, oh my god, the system settings for this and the mic, they piss me off. Because whenever I'm in StarCraft and I tab out to go to Skype, the input volume for this mic will go to 100%.
Oh god.
And no matter how many times I reset it, and no matter how many times I uncheck the box, give applications exclusive control of this device, it will always reset to 100.
Oh, that's
and
so weird.
I don't know why. And I've looked up solutions for it, and there are like, maybe I should just use the Realtek audio thing and see if I can figure something out through that.
Okay.
Didn't feel good.
So, are you okay?
I burped like really hard. Hey, do you want this sticker?
Docker, I'm okay actually. I don't have anywhere to put it.
God damn it.
So, I need to clean my room.
Didn't you do that like last weekend?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but dude, I ain't ever gonna clean my room again, dog. Nah. Maybe I'll save this for my next laptop.
So digital audio broadcasting. So it was initiated as a European research project in the 1980s. Oh, started by the Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation. There you go. Okay, sorry. Let me say that. The Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation launched the very first DAB channel in the world on June 1st, 1995, which corresponds to the date in the article, where they started the DAB broadcast in 1995. So they began the transition to DAB in 1995. In recent years, 2 national and several local DAB networks have been established. Yep. So digital.
Don't touch me ever.
So
the U.S. doesn't use it. If you look at the service map, the U.S. is
0%.
So Canada used to. Everywhere in Europe.
Canada used to.
Pretty much everywhere in Europe, major countries, except for the ones on the Russian border, like where the Iron Curtain kind of used to be, they don't. But Australia uses it. China uses it.
Mexico has interest.
South Korea uses it. The U.S. is on par with Greenland, the majority of Africa actually, the majority of the Middle East, and South America, the majority of South America, and Pacific Islands and stuff. So we are very behind on this. I have never ever heard. I'm gonna move this.
I don't know if there's any benefits to it though.
What is it? Like, I still don't understand what it is.
Wow. Well, I mean, you can get CD sound quality with 192 kilobits per second.
So that's definitely.
There's a DAB Plus protocol.
Due to the adoption of the AAC Plus codec, which iTunes uses.
So it can provide high quality audio with bit rates as low as 64 kilobits per second. Reception quality is more robust on DAB Plus than on DAB.
Understandably. Due to the addition of.
I guess it's more about like spectrum management. It says
128 kilobits gives better dynamic range or signal to noise ratio than FM radio, but a more smeared stereo image and an upper cutoff frequency of 14 kilohertz, corresponding to 15 kilohertz of FM. So FM has a wider range, but FM is more subject to interference. Not even interference, just electrical noise. And like, if you look at, I can kind of understand that. Having very, very little background in electrical engineering and also any amount of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad idea. If they already implement the technology, which it looks like they do, like they've been using it, I don't see why they wouldn't phase out FM just because they have no use for it.
I think the idea, I guess the idea of FM is just, the idea of the DAB is to I guess free up more audio radio I mean, because of the FM is the is frequency modulation, right? So it takes up more of the airspace.
Yep.
Versus we could always go back to AM. Okay.
That quality though.
So then, now related
waves.
to that is the hidden FM is a article from NPR, All Tech Considered, which I actually really like.
What? There's an All Tech Considered?
Yeah.
Is it a podcast?
Yeah.
Why am I not subscribed?
All
to that?
Things Considered, except they do tech.
I know.
Oh, you can listen to the story too. Okay, so. Okay. So all smartphones have FM radios inside of them, but on 2/3 of devices it's not activated, and then it's because the device makers have switched them off. Do I have that? It's like, so I have an FM radio. I'm pretty sure I have a radio.
No, they don't have it. They don't have it on the freaking iTunes store.
They had it for. I had it on my old Galaxy. Galaxy, what was I called? Galaxy Player?
Yeah. I remember that thing. I felt bad for you. Actually, no, I didn't. My iPod sucked, so it wasn't that bad.
I don't have FM radio on here. But I mean, I don't really listen to the radio. So.
They have it on the old iPod Nanos. I have one in that drawer right there.
They also used to have little dongles that you put onto your device to plug in.
I remember that. But I guess they just decided to not force people to buy extensions and stuff to use the already available.
Yeah, so I mean the argument that the National Association of Broadcasters have been asking mobile makers to change their policy of they're asking them to turn on the FM receivers, but the mobile industry says that there isn't demand for radio.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's already there, so why not use it, right?
What do you think people listen to in their cars now?
So Samsung, Apple, and LG are among those that have not switched on the chip. HTC and Motorola chips haven't been blocked. So I have a Moto X, so that means if I download an app, I should be able to listen to the.
That would be
radio.
So cool. Like, I would love to have radio because, oftentimes, I mean, there are a lot of people that they just plug their phones in and play their own music, but there still is a very, very wide following for radio, and I don't think that's going to change. And why would you not want to listen to NPR from your phone if you're an NPR fan?
I mean, they also have web-based streams though. So
but if you don't want to eat data,
that's true.
And was
there a Jake and Amir joke where it's like, radio, what are you retired? Listen to podcasts.
If there is, I don't know it.
I mean, it's the same thing, but I mean, a lot of arguments people are making is that FM is good for for example, they give the example of there's some during the New York snowstorm or whatever, there's so much call traffic that the phone system was down. Really? So the only way that people were able to get information about weather and
the
stuff is radio.
And they still have the emergency weather broadcast service through the radio. That's how the majority of people get it.
FEMA.
And even here, have you ever been listening to the radio during a tornado warning?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just overrides all systems. They have a station in Des Moines.
Yeah.
And they have one that I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be used in the event of a nuclear bomb. That was in the 70s during the Cold War and stuff. That's what those were supposed to be used for.
I mean, FM radio is just good for emergencies in general, and so I don't know why they don't.
And it also doesn't have that Well, I mean, it is kind of not that great quality, but it's okay. It's not bad. I mean, it's radio. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, so like the female administrator, Craig Fugate has also argued that the radio is critical in crisis. Quote, as more and more people use their smartphones as streaming devices to get news, get radio, get a lot of things like that over their networks, I don't think people realize how vulnerable they get. Right?
Like, yeah. MIT wants to put a trackpad on your thumbnail. That sounds weird. Just go to the next thing. We don't need to read that. We don't need to. Okay. How did you right click on that tab or did you center click on that tab to close?
You center click.
I didn't know that.
You can also center click to close.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I didn't know that worked.
Okay, so make magazine, which I've always loved for a long time. Make this mini Star Wars BB-8 ball droid with a hacked Sphero. So I don't know how many of you guys watched the Star Wars Episode 7
Probably
preview.
a lot.
But so there's this new astromech droid that's this little it's like the typical like R2-D2 head, except it's on top of a sphere that's rolling along, and it looks really cute.
A little bugger.
Little baby. So there's this thing called a Sphero, and then they create this guy uses a magnet to suspend the head over the body of the ball, and then it just kind of goes, and it looks really cute.
It just goes.
He just goes.
Little baby.
David. Okay, IKEA to introduce wireless charging.
That's sick. Oh my god.
Like, seriously, all the furniture in my house is IKEA, because like there's an IKEA in Chicago, and when we were getting our new house, my parents just like, we went over there like 3 times. It's like how many hours is it to Chicago? It's like 4 hours.
Yep. Yeah,
so we drove 4 hours, picked up the stuff, came back. We did that like 3 weekends in a row. Intense. Yeah. So I mean, okay, Motorola, like the Nexus offers wireless charging. I got the Moto X thinking it had wireless charging, but it doesn't.
Oh,
so I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know, maybe it does. We'll see. I'll have to see. I haven't really looked into it much. So they just have a bunch of example like pads of like wireless charging pads. There's a nightstand that has wireless charging pads.
The lamp. There was a lamp.
There's a lamp.
I thought.
Nightstand, a coffee table, floor lamp.
Yeah. Yes. There's
a floor lamp with a little table, and you just kind of plop it on there. I really want wireless charging, because like my desk is like metal, so the inducted the inducted signals would not be able to go through.
Oh, why not?
Because it's like grounded, right? And then
is it grounded?
It's like a big hunk of metal, so it counts as its own ground.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're
okay.
Right.
Yeah, never mind. I have a metal desk. Yay. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, they're introducing like a bunch of like lamps and tables with all these there's basically this little like plus thing that has it's like this little small plastic plus that probably has the inductive charger underneath it. I remember I used to think that wireless charging was like a gimmick, but
or dollop or gregarious.
Wow.
Oh god. Video camera, radio star.
I really want a loft bed. Oh wow! So they also give you kits that you can mod it into existing furniture.
Whoa! What? Okay, that's the coolest part.
So it comes with there's a circular saw that you use with your drill. You drill into the table. There's a little cup thing, like a sort of like a hole thing. That
like one that you would stick into a hole where you would guide wires through.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like the holder for the actual charging
That is
module.
easily the best thing
So I think all these
that I've seen for customizable furniture. Because, like, for one thing, offering the technology for wireless charging is one thing. Integrating it into furniture that you can buy,
like
is
it's not even
thing.
proprietary. Like it's really cool.
And then
so
being able
really
to put it
move.
into anything you want is even better.
That's a really good move for IKEA. Is that a mechanical keyboard?
Yeah, probably, I would guess. Because they...
Those Scandinavians. Scandinavians. Yeah, so so you can like drill into like a bar and then like just like plonk it right there. There's a standard module that is basically just this like little like cylinder that you stick into the table, and then the cord goes underneath.
Imagine how the bar scene is going to change now. Just to think about that. Like, places where you go to hang out with your friends and drink.
People would lose their phones more often.
People will, yeah, but you would go there just for the free charging.
Oh, that's true.
Like, think about that. You can go in, have a beer, charge your phone.
They're also providing these
things for like that
like covers. Yeah, so
don't have wireless charging.
There's this little, so I think it's also a battery as well. So there's a battery with the wireless charging, and then it connects via a lightning connector.
When are these coming out?
I don't think there's a battery actually. I don't know. It says
this is the
late spring 2015.
Are you kidding me? I'm buying these. Isn't there an IKEA in Cedar Rapids?
No.
Are you sure?
No, it's only in Chicago. It's Schaumburg. I mean, there was one in Cedar Rapids. I'd be pretty freaking excited. So I mean, so far they're only available for Samsung and iPhones. Wow, it's pretty good.
Yeah, there are 2 in Chicago, 1 in Minneapolis, 1 in Kansas City, 1 in, I really want to say Columbus, but I can't tell. Somewhere around there.
All right.
Maybe. Oh no, it was like a Rona store.
Okay.
Roma store.
I don't really want to talk about this. I don't know. Do you?
What is it? Was I looking?
It's just.
Why astronomers hate the long mowing Roomba? No, I don't.
It's just blah 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 frequency.
Blah blah blah.
Eating up the spectrum.
All right. Okay. You want to? Okay, we're gonna take a little break for a little bit.
Okay.
Oh. Well, okay. So on Monday, so for my economics class, we have to do a current event. I don't know why. We have to do a current event every week, write a response about it, and write a summary of the article, and also print off the article. Which, yeah, I don't know. But
who's your teacher?
Robinson. But so basically, what I was doing last Monday when I was looking these things up is I was trying to find something that was business. So our topic for this week was business relations, but also. Thanks. That's great. I love my cat. Yeah.
Kitty.
But also I was trying to do a relation between tech and business worlds. Obviously, there's a pretty solid connection between the two. So I was browsing Reddit and I found this thing, an article. It actually wasn't even an article. It was an announcement from Time Warner.
Oh wow.
That says we will be increasing our internet speeds 6-fold for everybody.
For everybody?
For every single package. All packages.
Wow.
It increases the speed 6 times. Because in that area, in North Carolina, in Charlotte, Google Fiber is about to come in. So they're trying to actually legitimately compete for good internet access. And what I think is they're just trying to keep their customer base alive. Because if you get really crappy internet from... Okay, so here's how it kind of works. Each individual, like the large cities and the surrounding areas, on the east and west coasts are served by either Time Warner or Comcast.
Wait, did they merge?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, they merged like last year or something.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. So so they're reasonably territorial. There's Cox, which is the third one, which is it's funny, but there's also like Verizon and like mobile providers and stuff like that. Incidentally, none of those people serve our area in Iowa, so we get stuck with Mediacom and/or CenturyLink, which is just renamed Quest. So
they're smaller firms that are like they're just really bad.
Yeah, they're not good, and so I think that's really kind of scummy of Time Warner, honestly.
I mean, at least it shows that competition works.
Yeah, which is great, and hopefully, good things actually arise from this. But I don't think it's scummy that they're changing it. I think it's scummy that it was so low to begin with.
Wait, is it the entire nation? Everybody?
It's just Charlotte.
Yeah. The scummy that they didn't do the entire nation.
Yeah. See? Well, it's just because only...
Oh God. R.I.P. Headphone
Hold
users.
on, let me see what happened. I want to see the reaction of that.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Actually, R.I.P. everybody. Oh, it wasn't that bad. It peaked it for a little bit.
The mic just dropped.
I'm going to put my foot down there. There, that's better.
Okay.
Wish I had a longer cable for that. Anyway, it's just because it's only in that like central area around Charlotte is where Google Fiber will go. And that will be the end of my rant. Oh my goodness. So that was great. What did you do this week?
I don't even know.
I
had a sick day.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Well, sick day. You were sick in the morning.
Yeah. That's about it. Alright. Well, I mean, I've been super busy with soccer, which is why I haven't recorded
Which
in a
I
while.
watch all of his games.
Yeah.
I
have a game this Monday.
And I'm going.
Yeah. Versus I'm on the JV team, and we're like we're doing pretty well. We're undefeated. I think we're playing pretty well.
After 2 games of the season.
Yeah. Oh, after 2. Oh, yeah. Well, so that's not saying much, but yeah.
Well, okay. Okay, so here's how their team operates. What happens is they'll win a game 9-0 and then go to penalty kicks and further shame the other team.
No, they just do it for practice.
Well, I know that you do it for practice, but like, come on.
Like, okay, the other thing is that like the other team like doesn't. They either kick it way over, or they just kick it right into Armstrong's hands. Armstrong is their keeper, so it's like.
So they do that, or.
Oh, now I'm chilly.
Are you cold? You're cold?
It's because I spilled water all over myself.
Yeah, because
I thought I had more room in my mouth, and when I closed my mouth, it just kind of spilled all over.
Oh no!
Me.
What happened?
And then you said Cox, so then I was like.
Oh no!
Yeah. So there's that.
Oh, so now my recording volume is normal. Is it?
Wah wah.
Oh nope, that's you too. Anyway, so they won. They beat. Who'd you play? You played like Wash? No, Wash was your first game.
I think that was Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah. So they played Jefferson, beat them 9-0, 10-9. 9. Okay.
We're about to score. Brian,
oh yeah, Brian
kicked
it into the side of the frame, and he makes this really great touch around the goalie, right?
Yeah.
And then he just runs past. He's like, "Oh, I'm home free," and then he tries to hit it with his left foot, and then it just hits the outside of the cage.
Yep.
And I got up from my seat and I yelled, "Brian, what are you doing?"
I about died.
It was funny.
The whole team's like, all right, you know what? Okay, coach puts out a restriction that we have to connect 15 passes before scoring. But and then Brian's like, no, guys, I want to score. So we're like, all right, Brian, you're going to score. So we set up for him. It's perfect. He doesn't score.
And he does. Oh my god. And then David Kim. So, like you said, you're supposed to do 15 passes before scoring.
Yeah.
So David just takes the ball from the left sideline on his half of the field and sprints dead toward the goal. He just runs up the line and then cuts into the goal and then doesn't score and then sprints all the way back to his position at left back.
Wow.
And I watched this happen, and then I watched him run into El Hadi and knock him down, which was really funny.
God.
Knocks one of his own teammates trying to get back
my
to play
team's
D.
like pretty goofy, but like compared to past years of JV, we're actually pretty good, I think.
Yeah,
So
I would agree.
I mean, we have a lot of freshmen, but they know how to move the ball around. Because like a large part of the game is like passing the ball, like switching the sides, so that like switching the position of the ball from like side to side, so that like it forces the other opposing teams to have to like move and stuff.
And it opens up the entirety of the field.
Yeah.
Who were the people that just like bitched out of playing? There were a couple seniors that did it, right?
Oh yeah. There were a couple seniors that they didn't make varsity, so they just kind of left. I mean, to be honest, I can kind of understand.
No, I can understand it, but why would you pass up that playing time? Like,
I mean,
honestly,
because they have, I don't know, maybe. I mean, it depends on what's important to them. I mean, like, personally, like, if that were to, I actually don't know if I even want to go do soccer next year, because I mean, like, I'm probably gonna make JV, and that's not a problem. But it's just like there's other stuff that I want to do.
But then you'd be playing with me.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna try out.
Okay.
Next year.
Well, I guess we'll see.
I'm not gonna force.
If you're gonna try out, then I'm going to try out.
Because you didn't force me to. You didn't force me to this year, which you probably should have. But
okay.
I'm not gonna force you to either.
Okay. But I mean, if you try out and you make it, then I will play. If you don't make it, I probably will quit. If I don't make it.
We'll go on an adventure. Wow, it has been 46 minutes. Okay, do you want to jump into a couple more topics, maybe a little bit? We can do live.
I don't think we have any more. I don't.
Okay, I know we don't have any more.
Do you see any headlines?
Go to build a PC and go to the troubleshooting things.
Build a PC. Okay.
Yeah.
So
/.
I think your dad just tapped on the door.
Yep. Oh yeah, he said something before. I think it's just dinner's ready. Do you want to eat here?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And
build a PC.
Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so there should be like red. Go to the new thing, the new tab. There should be red X's for troubleshooting. Yep, there it is. I cannot install. Oh, that's perfect. I installed Windows from a flash drive. I
finished building my first PC, and I was going to install Windows using a flash drive, as many have recommended. Here, why don't you read that over here?
Okay, I'll do it. I recently finished building my first PC, and I was going to install Windows using a USB flash drive, as many have recommended. I created an ISO file from the Windows 8.1 64-bit OEM install disk and installed it to a 16GB flash drive, which I proceeded to plug into my PC. This appeared on the screen for about 20 seconds. This is just an image of the motherboard loading screen. For 20 seconds, followed by this blue screen. No, like the blue landing window screen. Each time I pressed the enter screen would flash with black tearing, and the system shut down after about 30 seconds. I had previously tried installing from a flash drive, but had to reformat it to FAT32 to even get that screen. I don't have an optical drive, but if I need to, I will buy one to install Windows from the CD. Any help would be appreciated. Okay, so this might take a bit of finagling from one. So it might have to do with the formatting. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I've never seen that before. I've seen lots of people that can't find the correct boot device and stuff like that. But
did he?
I don't know if he
did he do the stuff in BIOS?
I don't know.
The BIOS.
Well, the thing is to get to that screen, you have to have done it, right? Because to
boot it to that screen,
this, and maybe
that's just the motherboard BIOS.
Yeah, that's the motherboard loading screen. But look, it's followed by this. Is this not? It's not. Oh, I thought that was like
it just says recovery. Yeah, it's not not the Windows.
I thought it was the Windows thing. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do.
You probably didn't change the boot order.
Yeah. Okay, so bud, this is directed to send me your nipples. What a lovely Reddit username. So you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to promote us through this comment. I'm gonna give him the solution and tell him that he's been featured on here. I'll do that.
Okay, I don't.
What do you want? What do you think?
I'm just worried that he's gonna. I don't
will be wrong?
Yeah.
You're worried that
I
will
don't
be.
know.
What are you worried about?
I don't know.
Explain your fear.
There could be things like I don't know. This is the internet. People are unpredictable. Maybe
my
he'll like
God.
do some.
I
don't know.
really, honestly, I doubt it. One, the guy's name is Send Me Your Nipples, which is as juvenile as you
But
can
I
get.
mean, you could get downvoted for self promotion.
Is that against the rules? Nope.
But isn't it part of Reddit though? Self promoting in general. I don't know. I've never posted, I've never commented.
Let's
I've
check it
never
out. I
voted.
know you have. Okay, so Lewis browsed Reddit.
I'm a loika.
He was a loika. He was a loika for about 2 years before creating an account there.
I don't know. Still loika.
He's my only Reddit friend. There, I searched for.
Please don't engage in illegal activity.
There's nothing. There's nothing about self-promotion at all in the Reddit and in the subreddit. Anyway.
Okay, well,
so,
I guess maybe we should just talk about like booting from.
Yeah. Okay. So, basically, what you have to do is when you load into it, first turn your computer on. It will go to the motherboard loading screen, and it'll be like.
You want to hit F12, F11,
or delete.
Escape or delete.
Like not the backspace key. The delete, the key that says del or delete, like DEL or delete. So then, first what'll happen, the first time you load it'll go to like an American Megatrends screen, which is the corporation that like, I don't even know what they do.
Something like the actual like BIOS.
Something,
like,
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then it will load into like like a screen that has the manufacturer of your motherboard on it, and that is when you have to hit one of the keys that we described that we named earlier, and then you'll enter into the BIOS, and in there should be a setting that allows you to change what's called the boot order. Mm-hmm. In ASUS motherboards like the one I have, it's actually drag. You can just drag whichever thing you want.
Mine is the old style, even though it advertised having like a graphical BIOS. It's if you don't have a graphical BIOS with like the mouse, you just use your arrow keys, enter, backspace.
Yeah, and so what you have to do is you have to select your flash drive as the primary boot disk,
or USB. If it's not explicitly stated, you can use USB.
Yeah. So
USB drive.
Yep.
The generic. Yeah.
So you should normally it will actually have like the name of the manufacturer in it. Yeah. So if it's like SanDisk, like I used a SanDisk one. Yeah. I still have an ISO file on it. Anyway, so what you do is you select that as the primary boot disk, and what it will do is you'll hit like save and exit or whatever, and then it will reload everything.
Yep.
And then it will attempt to boot to an OS stored on that flash drive, which you have an ISO image, which is just like a representation of the OS, which will then install into it. Will when you go, it'll start guiding you through the installation process, and then through that you'll be able to select the storage disk you want to install to, which that could be an SSD, that could be like a hard drive, that could be like hell, it could even be like another flash drive or something. But that would not be smart. But
yeah, so okay, probably what's happening is that you've the default boot order is to go through the SATA ports, which is your hard drive.
Yep.
And so because there's nothing on the hard drive, it goes to the hard drive, but then there's nothing on the hard drive, so it just stays there. So you'll need to change the boot order. Other things that could be wrong is that you might want to use like a different flash drive. Like sometimes my flash drive, like I've done it a few times with USB, and sometimes like the flash drive like just didn't work, and then it like bricked itself. So I just needed to try a new flash drive.
For me, what happened when I was trying to install my OS? So what happened was I had a trial version of Windows 7 Pro, right? But then I had to buy a copy of Home Premium. So I installed it from a flash drive, and it wouldn't recognize, like once it loaded into the install screen, it wouldn't recognize the flash drive as having the ISO image on it. So I like searched for like an hour for a solution, and you know what it was?
What?
You pull it out and put it in another USB port.
Yep. So another thing is that like another USB port, because sometimes the USB ports are routed through different like things on the controllers on the motherboard.
Yeah. So like on my motherboard, my mouse, like, okay, so my CM Storm spawn will only work if plugged into like one of two USB ports, and I have 6 on the back.
Oh, that's weird.
So if I plug it into like one of them, it will stay in the middle of the screen and it won't move.
That's super weird.
Yeah. So I just got like a USB extension and plugged it into. So now I just plug everything into there, which is kind of nice.
Wait, where is it? Is there like
Clever.
Is it a hub?
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
that's cool. Wait, it doesn't mess with like your latency and stuff?
No. It works really well for me, honestly. Anyway, okay, so I think the solution to your problem is that you just have to change. All you got to do is change the boot order in your BIOS, and then you should be totally okay.
Okay, so 1, change the USB port. 2, change the boot order, and then 3, change the flash drive. Yeah, and then I guess if you have any other problems, just comment on the thing.
Yeah, if you have any other problems, dude, just like don't hesitate to let anybody know. Okay, let's. Okay.
I mean, the thing is, I don't think you should post this just because like you'd have to like scrub through and then.
I'd tell them what time it starts.
Okay, but I mean, also you probably should do a write up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a write up. There's no way that I'm not gonna do a write up. Okay, let's do one more. Ready?
Okay. Oh, by the way, look at this.
Let's check it, boy.
Look
Whoa,
at that.
That is sexy. Oh, perfect. Workstation build. This is nice. So we can actually like suggest improvements. You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this this is actually kind of cool. ASCII potatoes. So ASCII is the system which ranks like letters, numbers, like all the characters on the keyboard in like a number system. So there are methods in programming, like in the Java language, there's a compare to method that what it does is it takes the characters and it compares their ASCII values to see if they're the same, if they're greater, whatever. So anyway, that's just his username. So ASCII potatoes is trying to build a workstation PC, which is actually really nice, which is probably what I'm going to end up getting like anyway, because I program. What do I want to do? And play StarCraft, which isn't a very heavy game. And that's probably what you're going to want to do too, right? Yeah.
I'm really tempted. Well, I mean, because I play other games too. So.
Oh, well, duh. But, I mean, it's got to be good for workstation stuff too. Okay, you can actually program from Excel, in case you didn't, like...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's sick. So,
I don't know how to do it.
i5 4690K, Z97 PC Mate, whoa, G-Skill Sniper Series, Samsung 850 Evo, PNY Quadro K620. What? I don't even know what that is. Corsair Graphite Series.
It's a workstation PC. So that one's for like, it's a Quadro. It's for computation.
Oh, okay. And Corsair CX 600 watt for $43. Wow. 80 plus pounds. Okay, so this actually does not seem like that bad of a build, honestly. I think maybe if he's I think maybe a little bit of overkill on the motherboard. He could get a smaller form factor instead of ATX, maybe mini ATX. I don't know. If you're gonna do
I don't know. Z97 is good choice. I know. I mean,
well, I'm not arguing.
Okay, but I mean, it's Z97 for $90 or less than $90, which is pretty good. So
you should bring that with you.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I don't know if it's gonna buzz like that. So I'm just gonna.
I doubt it because you're just holding it with the stand.
But
oh my God, like, the cat is on the freaking table.
the cat,
idiot,
the cat ass. Okay,
the blue light looks lovely on your skin.
Okay, Samsung Evo series. I'm pretty sure isn't that the one that has longevity issues?
Yep. Just because of the memory controllers, I think they used. Oh, I can't remember what it is. I think the memory controllers are just bad.
Yeah, it's longevity and driver issues. So
Intel maybe, but they're expensive.
730. Yeah, they're. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe just stick with this. Well, okay. What? It's 250 gigabytes for $100. So
pretty good.
that's
Yeah.
that's
So
from
okay,
Amazon.
the Quadro, I actually don't know what he's using it for.
I
so.
have no idea what that is.
I mean,
I've
okay,
never heard
either
of that.
okay, because Quadro, whoa,
Like what? Dude, if you're gonna get this is it's built by Nvidia. So if you're gonna like build a workstation PC, like you might as well at least get something like a cheap graphics card.
yeah, I mean the cheap, what programs? Yeah,
I don't know. Workstation. So what I automatically assume for workstation is word processing. That includes Excel, which is a heavy program. That includes programming. That includes image, video editing.
Yeah.
That's just like my general those
60.
shit.
PNY Quadro.
Quadro K620.
That is pretty old, isn't
I
it?
have like.
Does he already? Is that the one? Something he said he has.
No, he has
already
an
have
HDD
an
already.
HDD. Okay.
He has an HDD already. He doesn't have an operating system. I guess.
So I mean, I guess it. I don't know why.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. Like, what is it?
3D
Workstation
application
graphics?
performance and capability.
2 gigabytes of DDR3 GPU memory.
See, that's just a typo. Okay.
Are you sure that's a typo?
Okay, DisplayPort 1.2. Well, how old is this?
It looks.
No, it's GDR5. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
typo.
Okay. Yeah, that's a typo because that would be really weird. DirectX 11.2 doesn't seem that old. It has CUDA.
Well, lots of things have CUDA.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Okay, so it has
Okay.
DisplayPort and then
DVI.
DVID.
DVID is the one that has the cross, right?
Yeah.
DVI is the other one.
Oh.
Isn't
Whoops.
it? There's one that has just like a single one. Anyway, I've always been confused about that. Yeah, when is this from? Maximum DP resolution 3840 times.
How many stream processors does it have? Chipset. Quadro.
CUDA 384. So stream processors
384.
and CUDA cores are essentially.
So I mean, if you're gonna do, I mean, depending on what he's using it for, if obviously, I don't know. I mean, the reason why you would pick this.
I've never heard of these. That's weird. But wait a minute, go back. It says 128-bit DDR3 PCI Express 2.
2.0.
PCI Express 2.
So I mean, okay.
But it has it says 2
160.
gigabyte DDR3, but then it has DDR5 in the specs. But it has DDR3 in 2 places.
I don't.
What like?
Does he already have this?
No, it doesn't. He says it already has like an HDD, but
Okay, so don't
buy this.
I don't wait. What is? It's
I
like a
still don't know what it
professional-
is.
Okay, well, I mean, okay.
What
What's
is
the? I guess
professional
it
graphics?
depends. It depends on what you're used for
There it is.
it depends on what your use for the thing is. I mean, just because it supports 4K doesn't mean that other graphics cards won't also support 4K. Lots of graphics cards
support 4K.
What?
Lots of.
Lots
graphics
of.
cards
Okay,
support
so okay,
4K.
wait. I think
Because they're scalable.
this is what sort of
I'm pretty sure this is our first.
Okay,
this is our
maximum
first episode
DVI
of an hour.
resolution is 2560 by 1600 1600. Okay, oh okay. He's probably buying it for DisplayPort 1.2.
Okay. But don't most graphics cards have
Yeah,
DisplayPort?
I mean, okay, let's see. Comparable would be GTX 970.
This is 160
No, it's
bucks,
160
dude.
bucks. Okay.
How much is that? 380 bucks. Jesus. I've never honestly I've never heard this before. I don't know what workstation graphics are.
Okay, so probably he needs the okay, GTX 960 is not good
Really?
in
Why?
terms of performance for what you get.
Okay. Let's see what a workstation graphics.
What's the
card is.
the
The Nvidia
actually not
Quadro
sure.
the Nvidia Quadro K600 is the first result on Newegg for searching for these.
620. It would be the next one.
Yeah,
Would be the
it
next
would be
step
the
up?
it would be the next step up of that, but they're the
Okay.
same price, which is weird. Boost your success, creating revolutionary products, designing groundbreaking architecture, reviewing the fine details in the CT MRI scanner, telling spectacularly visually vivid stories, vivid visual stories. NVIDIA professional solutions let you do it better and faster. So this is for like, is this legitimately for video and image editing? Is that what it's for? Is that what it's designed to do?
I'm not sure. Because you can get similar performance for like...
Yeah, but I feel like this is considering that... Actually, you know what? I don't even freaking know, man. I've never heard of these.
Look, the main question is what benefit do these hold over like a graphics card?
Yeah, that's my question. Not price. I mean, yes, price.
I mean, if you go $40 higher, you can get like a GTX 960. But I mean, that one doesn't have very good price performance.
Just get a 7 something or
yeah,
a 6.
I mean, they're kind of...
They're not bad.
So I mean,
they're still viable.
Let's see. Let's look at... They had some 7 series on Build a PC sales.
That'd be great.
Let's see. They had... Let's see what they have.
I got a flag. Oh no, I didn't close it. All right. All right, he's flag then.
Okay. The other thing is the power supply might be a little bit... I guess it's fine. Never mind. Okay, see, you can get an MSI GTX 960 gaming for $200. So I mean, while it has, while it says gaming, you can still use it for workstation loads. Okay, so yeah, the design is garish. It's got dragons on it, but if you look at the specs, it has, I think it has 3 gigabytes.
How could you tell what that says?
What?
How did you tell?
It says recovery.
Yeah, how did you know that? I couldn't read that.
I don't know. I mean, this is kind of...
Yeah, but like...
Okay, no, it has 2 gigabytes. It also has 2 gigabytes of... So this one has... This one has 3 display ports, but I'm not sure if it's display port 1.2. One sec. MSI, what's it called? Okay, so you can get your look. Okay, newegg.com. The price is $215, but you get a $15 rebate card, so it ends up being $200. It has 1,024 CUDA cores versus the 384 CUDA cores that you get with a PNY Quadro.
Is it a 960?
Yeah, it's a 960. I mean, the price per performance is like... I mean, okay. Yeah, it's not that great. If you can use OpenGL acceleration. Like, I know in Adobe programs you can have OpenGL... OpenGL? I don't remember. But it's like basically it's the AMD equivalent. And so with the same price point, you can get a 280X, and that'll be really good. So yeah, just look out for the sales on r/buildapc.
It's an MSI. Oh.
So yeah, so MSI gaming 960. It says gaming, but it'll give you more horsepower for the price. So I guess the main thing would probably be the 1.2. See, this one has support for DirectX 12. 3 times display ports. Okay, so the max resolution on this is 4096 by 2160. So
okay.
Okay, so I'm guessing that you want for some reason, I think probably you want the display port 1.2. Which will give you the 4K 60 Hz, but you can achieve 4K 60 Hz using 2 display ports, and this uses 3. This one has more ports and more horsepower. Not horsepower, but more computing power for $40 more.
I love horses. Yep. Okay, so
in my opinion, I would actually skimp on the SSD because there are equivalent SSDs to... I mean, okay, so Samsung is like pretty good, but most SSDs saturate the SATA 3 6 gigabits per second read and write speeds. So it doesn't really matter like what SSD you get. I mean, because, okay, with the Evo, there's been some reports of it slowing down over time, which is bad. Is it still recording, by the way?
Yep.
Okay.
Just
Are you
checked
sure?
it. Yep.
Okay, you just checked it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just checked.
So,
like, see, we're still going. Laggy, but still going.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say you can get like a Kingston, for example. Kingston what was it, V6 or whatever?
Yes.
256 gigabyte SSD for about $40 less on sale.
I would advise Intel. Okay.
And then
that's GPU advice. I'm gonna write
then
it down
GPU
so I can know what to
GPU
write.
I would go with the MS. I mean, just look for something that's equivalent on r/buildapc sales. So okay, so you have the MSI GTX 960 Gaming 100ME for $200 after mail-in rebate. That'll be available on either Newegg or Amazon. You can get, let's see, GPU. Yes, you can get a refurbished 280X 3 gigabytes for $180, $175. So with the 3 gigabyte GDDR5, that'll actually work better for you at higher resolutions.
Nice.
And with that you can use OpenGL acceleration. So I mean, depending on what applications you're using, whether the OpenGL might not be available. I know that the CUDA acceleration is more common. So I mean, those are two options that you have.
Yeah. So
Just
look for older past generations graphics cards that could be refurbished. Look for lower end current generation graphics cards like the 960.
I mean, I guess whatever. Don't be afraid to go to previous generation
Please
graphics.
don't. Oh my god, that is the thing that I've advocated absolutely since for 3 years since I've been doing this stuff. I have always been a proponent of, one, backwards compatibility, and two, people not automatically assuming that newer technology is immediately better.
Yeah.
Like there was a period in time where Z97 boards were like all the rage, and there were 3 of them that were out, and they were like $350 per board. And people were saying, "Oh, but it needs to be future compatible." And I said, "Well, you can actually just flash the BIOS, right? Update your motherboard to be able to support brand new Broadwell, Devil's Canyon, whatever those kind of processors, the Haswell refresh ones, and then you'll save like that, like $250. So please don't be afraid to go to older generations. I bought a GTX 650 in 2013 to 14, yeah, 2013, and it still works. It still runs StarCraft 2 at 150 FPS on medium settings.
Yeah. So I mean, depending on what programs you're running at your workplace, yeah, it'll be a different graphics card will do you good.
Okay, so the final advice for this, I wrote it down. Skimp on the SSD, so maybe changing from the Evo to Kingston or Intel. And
Intel will be expensive though.
Intel's expensive. If you don't want to skimp, go for Intel. And look for equivalency on build-a-PC sales. Look for 960s, old NVIDIA 700 series, and AMD 200 series. So, yeah, there you go. I think that is actually the entirety of our show today.
All right, please recommend us to your friends.
To your peers.
We're gonna have some more time.
Yeah.
Like it's, AP test though.
Yeah, AP test, guys.
Okay, but I mean, we'll try to keep up with it. I've been super busy.
I haven't. I mean, I might be busy next weekend. I think I might be going somewhere, but whatever.
Okay. All right,
we'll figure it out.
Thanks
guys.
for listening, guys. Whoever is the one person who's listening.
That makes everything more shameful.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.